Hey everybody, welcome back. I'm so happy to be bringing you this exercise routine. This is actually an exercise routine that I created specifically for a client of mine who I had the pleasure of working with this summer of 2021. And I'm so sad that she was only up in my area for a short while and I got to train her for a little bit. She's heading back home now, and I just want to give her a guide to the exercises that we did, and I also would like to share this exercise routine with everybody else. This specifically is for strengthening and toning the muscles in the glutes, the hips, the inner, the outer thighs, and the core. So you're going to need a band, and I love the Power System bands that we use. TRX also makes the same bands. This is a light band. And I just got the booty bands. This is a light band. This is level 1. There is an insane difference between the strength in this and the strength in this. So for today's routine, I'm going to be using the lighter Power Systems band. But by all means, go ahead and go for that booty band because, oh my gosh, it's so crazy. What I want you to do after you've warmed up a little bit is you're going to place that band just above your knees. We're going to make sure that our feet are hip bone distance apart. Lay all the way down. Find a nice long line. And we start with a straight spine. So your pelvic bone is nice and flat. You're able to hold a coffee cup and a tea saucer on it. And there's tension on the band. You're going to imprint like you would in a Pilates class. And then use your glutes to strengthen and lift all the way up so that you're resting on your shoulders in a nice straight line. So we're just going to roll down through imprint, back to neutral, and back up. We're going to do that for 10 repetitions. Inhale and exhale. I'm going to tell you to inhale and exhale at your own pace. If this was a Pilates class, I'd be teaching you to breathe in and breathe out at certain points of the exercise. But just make sure that you have a nice neutral spine and your shoulders and your head are relaxed while all the work is happening in the lower abdominals and especially in those glutes. So once we've done 10, we're going to come all the way up, and now we're going to add an abduction. We're going to push away on the band, roll it back down for 10. Roll it up, separate your knees a little bit wider, good, and then roll it back down. Lift it up, and open, bring it back down, keeping it neutral. So we're just adding a little bit more of that abduction so that we hit the outer hips, gluteus, medius, and minimus, a little bit more on the way out. This is good because we're going to be feeling it in just a little bit, not right now. For our last one, we're going to come all the way up, and now hold it, and I want you to alternate lifting and lowering your legs. Keep your hips lifted, shoulders relaxed. And feel that your rib cage stays now connected to your pelvic bone. It's not popping up. You'll notice my band actually started to wrap and come into almost a rope position instead of staying flat. Unfortunately, that happens a lot with these bands. So by all means, adjust them. I'm going to do one more, and then I'll bring it down to adjust. Bring it to a spot that always feels good. From here, let's turn over. And now we're going to go into a quadruped position. Pull your shoulder blades once again away from your ears, leave that space. Lift your abdominal muscles into your back and find that neutral position. Extend one leg, and we're going to lift and lower. Just enough to feel the tension in the glute. Not enough, definitely not enough to extend your spine. You want to keep it straight and long. Feel that strength in your body and smile through that. We're going to turn these into rainbows. I love rainbows because we activate those inner thigh muscles and outer thigh muscles while working the glutes and the abdominals and back. Remember that your core is not just your stomach. Your core is everything that surrounds your spine. So that means our shoulders and our chest and our hips, inner and outer thighs. Let's do one more, and then I'm going to lift that leg up and draw a circle in the air for 10. One direction, and then we're going to change to the other direction. Good, and then we're going to bring it in, take a little break, and we'll go into the other leg. Here's another opportunity for you to adjust the band and start to roll again. Bring it down. The one thing I will say about the booty bands is they don't roll. They tend to stay in the same spot. So once again, we're going to lift and lower for 10. I'm not lifting very high. I'm being aware of my spine, trying not to hyperextend at all. So that engages the lower abdominals. So maintain that spinal position. We're going to turn it into our rainbow for 10. I'm not counting. Today's routine really is just for you to see. I'll put a little written description of each of the exercises underneath for you. And you can do this at your own pace. Once I've done 10, let's do one more. I might not even be doing 10. I'm not really counting. But I generally do at least 8 when I'm not counting. So 8 is good. 10 is even better. And then we're going to go in the other direction. Really feel those shoulder blades staying down your back. Don't let them come into your ears. And once again, breathe. Try not to hold your breath. Let's take a stretch. All right. Turning it over to one side. We're now going to get into a clamshell. But not just any clamshell. We're going to turn this into a mermaid clamshell. You can rest your head on your shoulder. You can place your head on your hand. If you have more strength in your shoulder and your obliques, you're going to come up onto your elbow. We're going to lift those heels up so they're raised. Your hips should still stay squared. Don't let them roll with it. The feet are just raised to add a little bit more tension through that clamshell. Once again, abdominals are drawn in, shoulders are down. But your abdominals shouldn't be drawn in so that you can't breathe. They should be drawn in so that you're bracing your spine. Good, I'm going to do one more. And then I'm going to bring those feet down. Extend one leg. Lift and lower. Feel like somebody's actually pulling on your leg and pulling it away from you. That really activates the glutes, the quadriceps, and it keeps your brain working. We're going to lift that top leg now, lengthen the bottom leg, and kick to the front without shifting our hips forward. So this is more of a hip flexor. This kettlebell is going to keep me true. If I lower my leg any more, I'm going to kick my kettlebell. Bring it forward and release back. A lot of times you might feel that you're shifting, rocking back and forth through this. I want you to stay as still as a statue in your upper body and let that lower body kick front and back. Awesome. Now just for fun, keep that top leg up, bring your bottom leg up and lower. Lift, squeeze, and lower. Lift, squeeze, and lower. Lift, squeeze, and lower. Lift. That's it. I say squeeze a lot because I mean it. I really want you to feel your lower leg touching the top leg. You're squeezing it up there. Let's do one more. Beautiful. Take a break. Rest. Rest. Take a break and a rest. Right here so that you can feel that stretch. And let's change it to the other side. Make sure you got a nice long spine again. Lift your heels up, but don't want to take those hips forward. Keep them in line with the rest of your spine. And we'll go right into our mermaid clamshell. Lift and lower. You should feel those abdominals, especially your lower abdominals, stabilizing your leg. Let's do 2 more just for good measure. Good, we're gonna bring those legs down, straighten out the top leg. I like to keep the bottom leg bent, especially if you're just starting off. It helps to stabilize your pelvic bone a little bit more. When you straighten that leg, it makes it more challenging. So, if you want a challenge, straighten out that leg. Lift and lower. All right. Let's straighten out the bottom leg now for this front kick. Flex your foot or point it, but maintain the integrity of your pelvic bone. That's really hard to do without placing your hand on the floor. I'll get there too, don't worry. Reach, pull back. Inhale and exhale. Remember, at your own pace, don't hold your breath. Try to make it smooth and relaxed. Let's do one more. Awesome. Keep that leg up there. Bring your bottom leg up to meet it and lower. Lift, lift, lower. Squeeze it up there. You know it now. Lift, squeeze, and lower. If you only lift even just a little bit, right, that's a good start. Find what works best for you where you can keep your body in good alignment and then build from there. Because you're only going to get better. One more. I think I've done more than 10, but that's a good one. Yes. Bring your knees in. Once again, take a stretch and a rest right here, and that's it. Quick and simple. 3 to 4 exercises in each position, and that'll really turn your glutes on and get you ready to work for the rest of the day. Thanks for joining me today.